Do you want to pop those on? What I'm going to do is put a patch over one eye. So we'll cover your left eye. And if I get you to look up there on the letter chart, is that all right? Okay. Taking a look up there on the letter chart, can you read the top line?
Not really.
No. What about if you use your side vision? Does that come up a little bit?
Side vision?
So if you turn your head to the side or up or down, does anything kind of pop up a bit?
No.
No, that's okay. Let's bring the chart a bit closer. What I'll do is bring this chart up about 1 metre from you. Okay. Can you read the top line now?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. And what about if I move it closer again? So we want it just there.
I think that's a U.
Very good.
I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a Z.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. You've done very well. So you did get 2 letters there. Well done. And we'll switch over to your other eye. So taking a look up at the chart in the distance, can you read that now?
That's very blurry. FNPRZ
Good.
EZHPV.
Mm-hmm. And the next one down?
I'm not sure if it's a D or an O, but I think it's a D.
Mm-hmm.
P N F R.
Excellent. And the next one?
The first one's an R.
Good.
I'm not sure about the next one, if it's an O, because it's a funny angle thing.
Good.
F U V.
Good. And the next one down?
U R Z V K.
Good. And the next one?
No,
No, that's okay.
I'm
You've
done.
That's okay. Let me take that patch off. Excellent. Now what we want to do is see what you can do with the reading glasses. Taking a look at the card here, can you see the word bark on the
Yes.
third line? What about the next line down?
Kingdom,
Good. And under kingdom?
determined,
Good. And under determined?
then,
Good. And under then?
I think it's mule,
And under mule?
selfish,
Good. And under selfish?
and that's it.
Okay. Does it help if I hold it a bit closer? Can you
No.
still... No, it's
That
better
makes
away.
it blurry.
Okay. Taking a look at selfish, if I give you a bit more light, I wonder if that would help.
No,
No,
no, that's worse.
it's worse. It's actually better if I take it away.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. If you take a look at the chart up there, can you see the big F on the very top? Excellent. I want you to watch the very big F, and I'm going to shine a little light in your eyes to estimate your prescription, and I'm going to switch the lights off as well. Okay? Just looking at the big F. Can you see it there? Excellent. Just keep watching there.
Yep.
Good. And I'll just switch over to the other eye. Good. So not much of a prescription there, I'm seeing. I'm going to switch the lights back on now. Now, I'm going to put a cover over your good eye, so it's going to get a bit blurry. There we go. I'll move this small chart back, just to here. I know you could only see 1 or 2 letters there.
Can I go back a bit at the top? At the top, that way.
Yeah.
U.
Now, just looking at the U, does that make it any better?
Oh, yes.
It's a bit better there, is it?
Yes, that's
Can
a
you
bit
read the
better.
next line down?
U, R, Z, V, H.
Good. And the next one down?
H, N. Oh, I'm not sure of that.
No.
Oh, it's a D when I turn my head.
Good.
K, no.
Any better if I do this?
Oh, that's better.
That's a bit better there.
R, U.
Very good. There's a bit of prescription there, but it doesn't make a huge change to what you can see. Let's take a look with the other eye. Now with this eye, can you see the 5th line down still? It begins with a U.
U, R, Z, V, H.
Very good. And the next one down?
H, N, D, R, U.
Good. And the next one down?
No. That's
It's a
it.
bit tough, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. What if I do this? Does that make it better?
No.
No, it's better if I take it away.
Pop it back.
I'll show you again.
Well, I can see Z, V, and I don't know the next one, and D, K.
Okay,
No,
so that...
D, N.
Good. How about now? Is that any better?
Oh, no, that's blurry.
No. Take it away then. And what about now? Any better if I do this?
No.
No. Okay. And this one, any better in?
That's no better.
That's no better.
It's actually blurry.
Blurry. Okay. And last one, any better if I put this in?
No, I can't read that line.
You can't read anymore.
I only get down to that Z.
That's okay. Let's take that away. On the 3rd line from the top, the first letter is a D.
The 3rd line's quite easy to read.
Can you see the D?
A D, P, N, F, R.
Excellent. Just
Then
watching.
R, D, F,
That's okay.
V.
Peggy, what I want you to do is just look at the D on the 3rd line, just the D.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you 2 ways of looking at the D. Both ways will look pretty similar, although one might be a bit clearer than the other.
Right.
But neither will be as good as what you can see now.
Right.
Let me know which way the D looks rounder and darker. The first way or the second way? Or are they about the
Second one.
same? The second, very good. And now number 3 or number 4? Or about the same?
No, that's worse.
That's worse, good. And now 5 or 6 or about the same?
That's about the same.
About the same, good. And
Better still.
better 7 or 8 or about the same? 7 or 8?
No, 8's better.
8's better, very good. And 9 or 10 or just the same?
Not as good as 8.
No, okay then. And what about now if I do that? Any difference at all? Probably not.
Oh,
Much for muchness.
no, I think it's better without.
Better without it, okay.
Yeah.
What's the smallest you can see now?
H, N, D,
Yep.
R,
Yes.
U.
Good. And the next one down?
I can see a Z. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the reading now. Okay, so we know what you could do with the reading with your own bifocals. We'll move now to reading with the new prescription. Okay. This is the reading edition you had in your old glasses. If I bring this over to you, can you still see the word? Now you got to selfish with your old glasses.
Selfish.
Good. And what's underneath selfish?
No, I can't read that.
Does it help if you hold it a bit closer to you?
Unlabelled.
Good. And under unlabelled?
And then desk.
Good. And what's next to desk?
Satisfy.
Good. And what about next to satisfy, the second word on that line?
No, I can't read that.
No. Okay. What about next to desk? Can you read that?
Literature.
Very good. Okay.
Elegant.
Excellent.
No, I can't read that.
Let's take a look at your contrast now. I'll put this card away. Now, Peggy, this is the new prescription we found for the reading. So if I pop that on for you. Is that comfortable?
Yes.
Excellent. Taking a look here at the circles, I'll give you the card to hold. There's a circle here with a dark side and a light side, and the line separating it goes this way. Can you see the line between the dark and the light?
Can I hold it?
Mm-hmm.
Now I can.
Yeah, okay, so there's
Yeah.
the dark and the light with the
Yes.
line. What about the next circle?
And that's over that way.
Good. Do you want to show me with your hand the way it goes?
That's sort of on that angle.
Good. And this one here?
Very faint, but
Good.
it's that way.
And the next one?
That's across.
Good. And the next one?
A tiny bit.
Good. I'm going to take the protective sheet off now. So I'll just pull that back. So taking a look at the next circle, can you see where the line goes
Can't
there?
see anything.
No? No line at all there?
No, just the circles.
Just the circle.
all the way along.
Okay, that's fine. This is a contrast test. So it explains why sometimes the difference between light and dark, so a step may be harder to see. And that might explain why you're having a bit of trouble on the bus, because you do have a bit of a reduction in your contrast perception. I'm going to put this away, and we're going to use another test to measure that contrast as well. So to do that, I'm going to take off the reading power. And I'm going to put this chart up here. So we've got two eyes open. Can you read?
D-R-S-K-D-R.
Very good.
Then we come to the light writing. N-H-O-S.
Good.
U
Yes.
K R. Might be a K.
Very good. And the next set?
I can't see the next one.
Yeah, they get pretty hard. That's okay.
Can't see anything down there.
They get really faint. It's quite a tricky test, isn't
Yeah.
it? But you can see that the darker contrast things are much easier to see than the lighter
That's right,
contrast.
yes.
Let me take this away. So we know that your contrast is reduced, your contrast perception, and we can actually enhance the way you do things at home by increasing contrast of your daily tasks. And we'll take a look at that when we go out back to the equipment. What we'll do now is take a look at your side vision. Okay, so it's not going to be very easy to record or to measure in your bad eye, but we're going to do it just in your good eye. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to move around and I'm going to get you to cover your bad eye. Even though you don't see much, you do have some vision. Can you see my open eye when you look straight ahead?
Your finger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. How many fingers am I holding up?
2.
Yep, excellent. Now this is for your side vision. How many fingers can you see now?
I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3.
How many now? No.
I'm not
That's
too
all right.
sure.
That's okay, no problem. I'll just write that down. It's a bit of a tough one because it's using your side vision, although your central vision's a little bit patchy too. And that's what we're going to measure now, your more central vision. So I'm going to put a patch over one eye, and I'm going to use the prescription we just found because that gave you the clearest vision for reading. So that's back on the old frame again. Have you seen one of these tests before, Peggy?
Probably.
Probably, okay. Let me give you the book to hold. Okay, so if you look at the grid here, there's a white dot in the very middle.
That's right, yes.
When you focus on the white dot, can you see all 4 corners of the main square?
I can't see here.
Okay, so that side's missing.
There's like a shadow
Okay. Yes.
there
Okay.
and a little shadow there.
Okay. So I'll just
Just
record.
a little one there.
Yep, there's a
But
shadow
that's a big
there.
one.
Okay. And what about the rest of the grid? Are the lines
That's
all...
quite clear.
Yep, and the lines are all even?
Yes.
Yeah. Are there any of them that are a bit wavy or distorted?
No.
No, so it's just the shadow on this side
Yes.
and a little shadow over here. Okay, excellent. Pop that away. And we'll take off the glasses.
Anthony, you could see that May started testing Peggy's distance vision with a logmar chart at 3 metres, and obviously one eye was better than the other. It's really important that we measure vision really accurately, even in the poorer eye, and measurements like count fingers is really not appropriate. Somebody who can see your fingers close to their face can read a logmar chart, and you could see that May actually brought the logmar chart into a closer distance, and this is what's nice about being able to do this with a logmar chart. And Peggy could actually see some letters at that closer distance.
Yeah, then May moved on to use a near logmar chart as well, and these are really good for patients with low vision, much better than the paragraph charts we usually use, because the top line's in 80 print and it goes down to tiny print at the bottom, and so the patient can actually again read, and so you can get a measurement accurately of the patient's near acuity also. Often we just concentrate more on the better eye when we come to do the reading. But it can sometimes be useful to have a look at how the poor eye's doing as well.
It was good to see May using retinoscopy too. It's an invaluable tool with patients that have vision impairment. Doing a subjective refraction can be really difficult, so getting an objective idea of what the refractive error is really useful. Also gives you an idea of how clear the media is and what contribution that might make to any sort of vision impairment.
Yeah, and then she went on really nicely to do a refraction, and the important things there are to use that trial frame, not try and do it behind the phoropter. Use really big steps, you know, ±2 at least, sometimes even more than that, to start off with your sphere. And it's the one time you get out your other Jackson cross sill, a larger Jackson cross sill, and use it to try and determine whether there's any astigmatism. Because sometimes you can find a refractive change in patients, so it's worth doing it, because sometimes they've had cataract surgery or something and it's been forgotten that there could be a change of glasses along the way. I think then the important thing with that is also to look at how much difference there is from the acuity with the old glasses and what you found with your subjective refraction. And I don't prescribe it unless there's at least 2 lines difference from the old glasses to the new glasses, sometimes even a bit more than that. Because they want new glasses, but if they're not going to make a big difference, it's not worth promising something that's not going to help in the real world.
No, managing expectations is really key.
Yeah.
At near, May started out in the way that we normally do by using a 4-diopter addition and measuring near visual acuity with the logmar chart at a 25 centimetre working distance, and that's really helpful. We use that measurement to work out what sort of level of magnification Peggy might need to reach her goal size print.
Yeah, and then she went on and had a look at contrast, and this is something that we don't usually do with patients, you know, that are normally sighted, but it's just critical, I think, with low vision patients. And the important thing is not so much the test that you use, it's getting the patient to understand the concept of some things are nice and black and white, but many things in the real world are faded, and that's why they're having difficulty seeing lots of tasks. Coming back to the steps as an example. So I think using, you know, the Melbourne Edge test is a nice, easy test to use, and in a case like Peggy, she's definitely got a drop in contrast because she was only getting the top line and she should be getting down to the bottom line. So if she only gets to the top line, she's really got quite a severe loss of contrast. If she got to the second line, it'd be more moderate and mild if she got to the third line. And if you don't have a Melbourne Edge test, a Pelly Robson's another option.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Melbourne Edge test is nice because it's simple and almost anybody can do the test. And it also helps to explain why somebody might be having a great deal of difficulty functionally, practically in the real world,
Yep.
when their distance visual acuity might still be okay. Testing visual fields is important as well too and shouldn't be forgotten. Main reason for wanting to do that is so that we have some idea about the person's mobility. So having poorer visual fields, constricted visual fields can affect their mobility performance, as well as looking at things like Amsler grids. So what's happening with their visual field centrally up close can tell us a lot of information about how they might be able to read and what their fluency is like, or whether or not they're missing words or not able to find the beginning or the end of a line when they're reading.